So I got 6 hectares of land. So the project here, this is the logo. It got a little bit worked out because it's been 4 years ago since it's been up. The name is Sumac. Okay, Sumac. Su is my name, Sunda, and Mac is my wife. Okay, Mike is my wife with Maleko. So we just put Sumac, which is our brand name. Okay, and then we have a logo here. So the logo image represents a cow. So the project, the idea one day, bonjour, the idea one day to have a cows because we have all that mountain up there is mine. So the idea to have a cows and the pigs, goats, including chickens. That's the idea. And they, just as you see, that's what they represent. And the green area, you can see where the cow is. These represent everything we can produce, like tomatoes, onions, all these different type of vegetables. Like I think like last year we produced yuca, which is a cassava, and a few peanuts. It's gone, so we sold it. It's gone. And the trees you see, those 2 trees represent the fruit trees. Like mangoes, all avocados, avocado. We have so many different trees, anything. And those little bit like a manufacturer something. Yeah. These represent the transformation. So the idea in the future one day is to be able to produce and to transform it. Let's say, for example, we have a mangoes, because I'm thinking to have like 1,000 mango trees here, and to transform those mangoes into juice. To pack it. So that's what it represents. And the goal of it is to feed the image you see over there, the building, to feed the city. So that's hidden behind those names, which says farm, élevage, which is animals, agriculture. So the goal is to take the product from the farm to the cities. That's the message. So that's why I designed the logo.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that's the farmer. That's my man who works here. So he oversees the land when I'm out and coming in back and forth. We have a few yuccas here just for his personal concern. You know what I mean? Just the most of stuff is all the way down there. But if we go down there, we're gonna get wet. But you can see far away from here. See those tanks?
Yeah, I see some tanks.
That's where the fishes are. And that little house there, that's where the pig stay. That's too wet. If we go down there, we're gonna get all wet because of the rain. So I wasn't expecting a bigger rain like this today. Why now we have like what's already producing the 55 palm oil trees. And the palm oil trees, yes. We have 55 of them down there. 55 of them. And there's like 35 avocado trees coming up. We have at least 20 mangostan. I don't know how you call it, mangostan. These little fruits. It's coming up. We have safu. I don't know what you call safu. You know safu, right?
I've seen it there.
You see it?
I've seen it in the market.
Oh yes.
On that side of the hill?
Yes. Yes, it's that side of the lane. See, all the way up to the hill. Yeah. On that tree. See that tree up there?
Yeah.
See, down that tree is my land. All the way up there. So you go down, up to that land.
There's a stream.
Yes, there's a stream.
Mbote, Boye Malamu, Mboka ya Bakoko, Mboka Elengi. Welcome to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Today we're joined by some amazing gentlemen here. Let's allow him to introduce yourself.
Oh yes, my name is Sunda Toko. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm living here in Congo after spending like 20 years in America. So now I'm back in Congo again.
You know, I have an uncle called Sunda.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. That's why I was trying to say we are on one. People.
Yes. What made you come back to Congo?
Oh.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Living overseas, I decided to come back to Congo. There's so many different there's so many different aspects. The most important thing was, especially, was the racism. I never felt loved and welcome as a human being. Because it's not like it. Because when I was growing up a little bit, I never had a concept of being of a black, of a colonist, to identify someone based on a color. So when I moved to America, I realized that was the first shock. So because you have a different color skin color different, you be treated different. And then when I realized that, I was like, probably that I'm not welcome. I never felt welcome. It was a help some there, but I never really felt welcome as a human being in society, in the community. And as you know, America, after I started learning more about African American history, I realized everything I thought was just propaganda from the media. The reality completely different. Our brothers and sisters in America are having the same struggle as we're having here. I decided, you know what? Maybe instead of asking someone, like Malcolm X said, instead of asking someone to give you something, why not you build something for your own? And we have this big continent. Like Margaret Garvey say, why are you going to trade an island as a continent? It doesn't make any sense. So we have more opportunity. I decided to come back.
So how long were you away?
20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
So did you have a plan, like, okay, I'm going back to do this, or did you just pack and go and then you figure out everything when you get here?
Oh, well, on my case, I started planning this, I think it was 2021 now. I think it was 2018 when I started really realizing that things not going the way I wanted to. And then living paycheck by check by check by check on top of that, it just felt like that's not where life is all about. Life is just was resumed to paying the bill, eat, sleep, and wake up and pay the bill, eat, sleep, and wake up. And it was not a comfortable situation. I started planning. When I started planning, because I'm from this area, I have a few family members, I decided to purchase the land we just saw there. Like 4 years ago, I decided to purchase that land, and I was thinking more on agriculture. I started studying some books from Nigeria and see how the Africans, what they was doing as an agriculture part. And I decided, what? That's be the best thing to do, because everybody have to eat. And Africa, especially Congo, have a very beautiful land.
Fertile.
Very fertile. You just no idea. So I say, you know what? They have a hungry problem because they don't want to put their hand to work. If we motivate the youth down there to put their hand to work, together we can produce a lot to help our own kind instead of waiting for someone else to give you food. That's a big mistake. I decided, and I said, you know what? I get the land. After I got the land, 2 years later, I decided.
How easy was it to adjust?
Well, saying it's easy, it's not the right word. But like anything in life, you need to put some effort into it. It was not easy, pretty much. Because first of all, the good thing is for me was I know the area pretty much. I was there before, even though it was years like 30 years ago. I was here, but I know the language. Okay, so I know the language of the town. I'm from myself a Congo people. Not Congo as a Republic Democratic of Congo. Congo as a tribe.
Congo as a tribe.
Yeah, because the Congo people are in Democratic Republic of Congo, in Angola, in Gabon, in Brazzaville. Yes.
Congo people are in all those.
All these areas are full of Congo people.
Okay, and the language is the same?
The language is the same, Kikongo.
Okay.
Yeah, the language is the same because this was a divided conference.
Yeah, the Berlin conference.
Whatever it is. Yes. So, but all these regions is Congo people. So me as a Congo man too, I was able to get around easily. I was able to get along people and talk to different people, get some help, do some little things just to make a living. And to the point now I have the 6 hectares of land and I'm trying to start working on. I build a project, what I need to do, as you can see. So just need some hands, and anybody can help, anybody's welcome. We have so many stuff here. So I want to be like I decide myself to be like a bridge between African American community, because that's where I spent most of my life in America, like 20 years, a lot of years. So I don't create like a bridge between African American and America for repatriation reason.
In Africa.
In Africa. My purpose, really what I'm thinking is this, because this land is still their land. I want to try as the best as I can to create the conditions so they can come and together build their own.
So talking about farming, so what do you look at in achieving in your farm? Do you look at expanding the hectares? Like, tell us about your farming project.
My farming project, especially now that I have a little river comes up, I want to expand those river and to make a fishes in there. And beside the fish, I want to start put some pigs in there. Cows probably is gonna be along the way.
Yeah.
I want to put some stuff pigs in there. Like I was talking to the man who oversees my place.
Yeah.
To start getting ready, so we want to put some chickens in there. So we have to have some chickens in there, some goats in there, and we can put like a corns, peanuts, cassava. So that's probably I'm gonna start next week. Next week I'll start working on how to get at least 1 hectare of cassava and corns, including peanuts.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why from that point, the goal is to reach the point of transformation. To reach the point of transformation, so producing a food like a peanut and make it a peanut butter, and to put them on the little jars.
Yeah.
And sell it in the big cities, or why not maybe overseas.
Okay, and I have a question. You talked about being wanting to be a bridge between the African Americans and the continent, right?
Yes.
So, do you think it is easy for an African American who probably does not know maybe like a cousin, at least you know some cousin, do you think it's easier for them to maybe decide to relocate to Congo? Or how can you help if somebody is interested?
Like I said, it's not going to be, I can say it's easy, especially for African Americans. The one thing probably the reason is the language.
Yeah.
Probably they're going to be like uncomfortable because you don't understand what people say in terms of language. I know 2 African Americans, one in Victoire, or the ones Beaumarchais. I know 2 of them. They came over here not through me, but through other people's. They decided to open up a club. They own a club.
Where is the club?
The club is in Beaumarchais.
Beaumarchais is where? In city? At the city?
We're gonna pass by that. Not really in the city. You know where Willery is?
Yeah, I know Willery roundabout.
If you go Willery all the way close to the, like you going to the Congo River, there's a club where they say the owner of that club is an African American.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he need to tell you now. He's been here for 7 years now, so
they probably learned the language.
He speak Lingala already.
Wow.
You never even figured it out. Even myself, I did not know until one. I think I was stopped right there, and I was talking over the phone, and I was talking to someone. I think I was talking to my friend in America on WhatsApp, and we were talking, speaking in English. And then he came to me and said, "What's up, man?" I was like, "How you doing?" I said, "Where you from?" I said, "Well, I'm from here." I said, "Well," and then I asked, "What about you?" He said, "I'm from Brooklyn." I said, "Brooklyn?" Then we start laughing and start talking, and then they started telling me, "Oh, this is my club." So pretty much gave me to all the history.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know where he goes back and forth sometime in America, but he's tried to establish himself here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's not many, but those 2 I know them because I met them. But for your question, for the African American to move in Congo, it can be hard and it can be easier, depending what you want to do and how you're gonna get here. It can be both ways. It can be easier, easier in the sense of for America to come to Congo, you don't suffer too much to get a visa like in other countries.
They get it on arrival?
No, they get right there in the embassy and it's easy.
Okay.
Or you can't even send it. You don't even want to go into the embassy sometimes. Just put them in the mail, send it, and they'll send you back.
Oh,
you
wow.
get a visa. So it's so simple for you to get a visa. For you to come in to the airport, it's so easy to get in. They'll let you in, no problem whatsoever. Soon you get in, probably the first situation probably gonna be a communication. You need to find a translator. Because most people, this is a Belgian colony, so people speak French.
Yeah.
They don't really speak English. So you need to look around, see who speak English to be able to help you have to translate it. That part's gonna be a struggle. That's the only part. But when it comes to the other side, like businesses and do anything works in Congo. Any business work, any type of business. I don't even know which business doesn't work yet. Because let's look at the Chinese. Look at the Lebanese, look at the Indian, look at the Pakistanis.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of a couple. I don't know if it's the street I was in town. The shops were Lebanese shops.
All over Kinshasa is there. They come here, they don't speak Lingala, they spend the time, they learn Lingala, they open the shop, they're making money. It's just, anything works. And those people are really taking advantage of our people. Because our people do not know any better. They don't know any better. I know a guy who sold his land to an Indian guy just to get the money to go to America. Because he doesn't know any better. He just look at America via TVs and propagandas and celebrities and things. That's the kind of life he's going to live. He doesn't know any better. But those people, they know better. But they don't want to tell anybody.
It's not their business to tell anybody.
They don't want to tell anybody. That's why we need to come over here and wake the minds up. Work together with them. They need the help, but they really need the help. But don't come to Congo in the mindset of looking for a job. No, it's not jobs. Come to America for a mindset to create the jobs. By the way, that's where you get more money. That's where you get richer anyway.
Yeah, creating job creation.
Yes.
So talking about that, what opportunities do you think exist here in Congo for someone who's looking at relocating to Congo? What opportunities are there for them that they can invest in?
Agriculture is one of them, like I'm doing right now. Agriculture is one of them. Transportation is another one, because I'm involved in two. So those two areas is a high demand. Transportation, you see people running after the car just to get in.
Oh yeah, I've experienced that.
You've experienced that?
I've experienced that, and sometimes like we were four of us and we're trying to get a tuk-tuk. By the time we're getting, other people have jumped from the other side.
Exactly.
So now we have to alight or convince them that all of us have to go together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to walk.
Yeah,
there's no transport to work at all.
Yeah. There's our time we had to walk for like an hour.
Sometimes
because
2
we
hours.
waited, we didn't get. So we walked for an hour, got a place, sat and ate, and then because it was later, a couple of hours later, so we were actually able to get means of transport.
That's why I say transportation is a high demand, is a big business. It's really, if you invest in transportation, you'll never fail. That's why you're always gonna succeed. Agriculture, you're always going to succeed.
People will always eat.
Always eat. Sometimes in the beginning I was asking myself, but where all this cassava is going? And you see a truck full of cassava, in a matter of hours it's gone. And the people still asking for, say, what? All this truck is gone and the people still asking for food?
Do you think, because Congo is the largest country in sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
Second largest, that is in landmass, second largest in the whole of Africa, and I think about 11th or 13th in the whole world.
Yes.
And it has a lot of fertile land, like, just look, everywhere. So do you think that maybe people don't want to farm? Because I was conducting some interviews, street interviews, and then some people mentioned about shortage of food, like there are people who don't have food, and you're mentioning in China.
Yes.
So do you think that they are actually, is it that the people don't want to farm?
Well, I cannot say really people they don't want to farm,
Or maybe
but people don't have a knowledge. They don't understand.
Okay, how to properly farm.
I had, for example, myself, I do not really into farming. I did not really know much about farming. So because I speak English, I speak English and I speak French. That's a good point for me in my case. So when I came in, I was like, man, I was a struggle with my farm. I said I didn't know something. When I decided to take some classes.
Oh, you went back to school?
I went back to school. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I did, but like it was like. It was not too much of school, but it was like a 4-month training, extended training. Yeah. But it was in French, in farming only. So that where I got more wide knowledge, opened up myself. That's huge. I was like, oh my God! I got involved myself in something way bigger than I thought. Way bigger than I thought. Those training helped me a lot to understand.
So actually, one has to take the initiative.
They take exactly. They don't want to take the initiative.
Don't do guesswork. Go learn.
They don't take the initiative.
Yeah.
Because for example, where I was living in, I was living for one of my boys from here, and never went nowhere. And when I found out that I can take some classes, I told him, I said, you know what? You can go along with me, take some classes, and I'll pay for it. I'll pay the classes fee, cool books and everything. I'll pay for it. You know what he told me? No, I don't have no time for that. This thing is... They don't realize the potential they have.
Because I think a lot of people do just subsistence farming, like something they can eat, but they might have massive land, but they might not know how to like make that land productive.
Yes. Some of them, they give a reason for transportation. Is again, I say transportation. Some of them, they say, well, if we produce a lot, where's the transportation to take it to the city? We're going to waste all the food. The food's going to be, we are going to have tomatoes, whatever we have. How are we going to reach the city to sell it?
So if I had a truck, these big trucks that can carry food from farms to the city,
you make good money. That's a good business. Trucks is a good, especially 10 wheels, the tractions, everything. That's a money. That's a money-making machine. Trucks are money-making machine. That's basically what it is.
You can actually make a lot because this country is very expensive.
Yes, it's a very expensive because it's a really money-making. If you have a truck, especially if let's say, for example, you want to come into America, okay, someone want to come in. If you have a truck, for example, just an example, you have a truck, you have some cash. What you do, you take your truck, you go past me because this is really close to the capital. Go straight down there to Banzangung, like in Banzangung, for example, not the next big city here. You go to Banzangung.
That's the market we passed?
No, the market we passed just close to Kinshasa. So we have to go in Congo Central, pretty much in the Congo Central. We're pretty much close to Kinshasa. Okay. So when you get there, there's a big farming market with products are being sold very cheap. Let's say, for example, you have a cash and you have your own truck. You buy all this product at a cheaper price. You load your truck. You drive yourself up to the market we passed. All you have to do, park, and those mamas right there, they're just gonna come to you. Are you selling those? Say yes. You'll be amazed how this thing is gonna get gone.
Oh wow!
So you can make 100% profit just right there. So let's say you can spend at least $1,000 buying a product, and then go over there and sell it for $2,000 or $2,500 in the same day.
Wow!
So you can make it like $1,000 in one day.
Every day.
Every day.
Wow, that's $30,000 a month.
Yes, you can make that if you have a condition like a truck. You can make it $30,000 every month, no problem. And there's no effort. You're not taking all you do is driving. That's what you do. Because you're gonna pay people to load it. You're gonna pay people to unload it. No, pay people to load it and load it. You don't pay nobody.
Because they're coming to the truck.
They're coming to the truck and taking it. Yeah. So this is as simple as that. And by, let's say, if you start selling your product from 6, before 12 o'clock is gone. So you have like $1,000 profit before 12 o'clock, and you can go home and sleep.
Wow.
So that's how easy it is.
Wow, that's very, very, very interesting.
Yes.
So in terms of finances, Keeping in mind from my experience, Congo is very expensive. Kinshasa especially is very expensive.
Yes, it is.
And I actually came to learn that it's the second most expensive city in Africa, Kinshasa,
Yes.
after Luanda.
Yes.
So keeping this in mind, how much money do you think someone, maybe a solo person, one person who would want to relocate, how much money approximately will they need to get their footing? And maybe, because I know you're not coming to look for a job, so you must have some money set for business, and then you'll need the money to live day by day.
Oh, without income in Kinshasa, just living day by day, paying a rent, depending on the location where you're living in. If you live in Gombe, it's higher, Ngere is low, Ngasandi is really low. So it depends where you're going. But basically, living in Kinshasa, now here, because this town is cheap, this life is pretty much cheaper here.
Yeah.
But in Kinshasa, a day, for your food, let's say for your food, only one day, you can spend at least let's say $10 every day.
$10 for
at least
food
a day.
every day.
You just provide your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, you cook yourself, whatever. $10 should be enough for your food, without transportation. But transportation, as I say, is more expensive. Transportation depending where you're going, because Kinshasa City, what the problem they don't have a trips where you start from one point and you
To
go
the
to the next.
end.
No.
Yeah, I have
You
experienced
got here,
here to this.
Here,
Here
from
to
here
this.
to here, from here to here,
here.
until you get to where you're going. So,
Yeah, I've experienced that. I'm like, okay, I'm taking this vehicle. Can you just drop me to the end of it?
No.
They're like, no, I only operate within these areas.
Exactly.
So they'll drop you there and then you connect and you.
then yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of connection you do. So
Yeah.
every connection is another payment.
Yeah.
See, you pay another fair price. You pay one price, and you pay the next, then you pay the next, then until you get to the point where you want to go. So that's the reality of Kinshasa. Besides transportation, I don't know where you want to go, where you're living in. Let's say a day, you may willing to put like a $5 away.
$5 a day.
Yes.
Away for
transportation.
transportation. Yeah.
They were 10,000 francs. It's easy because you can some place you can get a motorcycle, some place you can get a
Tuk-tuk,
taxi,
or bus, yeah.
all this. And the Kinshasa is bad when it comes to that situation, especially when it comes to start getting darker or it's raining. The price go immediately up. Immediately. So $5 way is enough. You may have some change, but it's enough money for you to manage around in Kinshasa.
Okay.
$5 a day, so which makes it up to $15. $15, which is $10 for food, $5 maybe for transportation, and place to stay
Depends on the neighborhood.
depend on
you select.
where you're staying. Is a 2-bedroom, is a 1-bedroom, is a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, location, a nice place, electricity, running water, all this makes it different. But Kinshasa can be very expensive depending where you go, because we have a $5,000 apartment in Kinshasa. But that's very luxurious areas, like in Gombe, in that area, like what they call
Cité
de Fleuve. Wow. Cité de Fleuve. You look at the water, it's attractive.
It's
Yes.
in the truck, another truck with food.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So Cité de Fleuve, if you want to live in Cité de Fleuve, is nice. It's a very luxury. You look like someone living like in America, I can say.
Hamptons.
Yeah, Hamptons, maybe close to Miami, stuff, because you're looking at water, Congo River. It's very nice. It's really, very nice. All the conditions are there. All the fitness rooms and everything is in there. But just look at the price.
Yeah, you have to pay higher for
You have
that.
to pay high. You can pay up to $5,000 a month. There's a place you can pay $2,000 a month. At the same time, there's a place you can pay $100 a month.
Depending on the neighborhood.
Depending on the neighborhood. You may not like the neighborhood. There's a place you can pay $20 a month.
20.
Yes, but there's no running water,
No electricity.
no electricity.
No panel, no snail.
So you go,
I learned of panel and snail.
yes, Régie des eaux, so electricity is gone, water is none, the road, access road is difficult. when it rains, it's impossible.
Water can get into the house.
Exactly. So that's very bad. You don't want to leave a plastic house.
Yeah.
But decently, I can say with a $300 a month or $400, let's say 500. Okay, the most high. Let's say 500. You may live. You may find a place is decent and normal for $500 a month to live in Kinshasa. It is just, you just need to come and see and then look at the opportunity. Congo is a place where nothing is really built. Everything is being built from ground up, even real estate, any sectors, agriculture sectors. You can see. Look how much land, how many farms you see here. Just look at the land.
Massive land, very few people farming.
Why?
They don't know.
They don't know any better. They think that's not good. They think working the land is a bad thing. But at the same time, they take a breakfast and lunch and dinner, which coming from the the agriculture, from the farm. So it's people they don't know. People they've been struggle for so long. Colonial from Belgium, then come only 5 years of the other president. Then came another. Then came another. Then came another. It's just being so people being so brainwashed, so confused. Everything's foreign is good. It's a lot of things involved just for people to be the way they are today.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and contribution. So, if someone wanted to reach out to you, how can they find you?
Well, if people want to reach out to me, I have a YouTube channel, even though it's not clean yet.
I'll put a link.
I don't spend too much time on it, but I have a YouTube channel. And just put on Facebook, it can be Kiatoko. You'll find me easily. Like KIATOKO. You'll find me or in the phone number. Just on WhatsApp.
Cool. So you'll give me all those details I'll put in the description.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for showing me around the area. This is Congo Central. This is not in Kinshasa actually.
No.
The specific area that we are in and your farm is located is?
Yes. So this is out of Kinshasa is the Congo Central Province. The town is called Kasangulu. But the village where we are today is called Kibonga.
Alright, so thank you so much. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and until next time, bye. It's bye. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Like you say in Congolese, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Tumunani. Yeah, like you see you.
See you, Tumnani. In Kiswahili is tuonane, so it's almost the same. So yeah.
Tumunani, tuonani.
Tuonane in Kiswahili.
Oh, the same thing?
Yeah.